As you can see, this is my new ist project. It's a racing cart of some sort. I'm not exactly sure who manufactured it. This is more or less how I got it. I had to take the seat off, the front wheels, and I had to actually disassemble the steering a little bit to actually get it to work. Paid about $200 for this. Trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with it in terms of tire size, you know, torque converter versus clutch, seat. Just want to get this little bit of video. I believe I've settled on a rim size. I'm gonna go with 11 by 5.5 on a 5-inch rim, because I believe that's what's on there now. On this rim, I believe that way I have at least one rim. I don't have to buy 2 rims because they're like $34 to $40-ish just for the rim, and the tires another 50 some odd dollars, so that's pretty damn expensive. I haven't quite decided what I want to do on the back. It's also going to be 5-inch rims. I'll probably just take either that size and that size, or that size, just so I can, actually that's a 6-inch rim, never mind. Probably just go ahead and take that rim size, because I believe that tire actually holds air, and just do that. That way I'm also saving money on another rim. Unfortunately, with the tire, I looked online, the tire size for the front that I want, I can't find any slicks. I really can't. All I can really find that I like is the Burris shredded dirt tire. But other than that, the next video I'm just going to work on disassembly. I'm going to weld, cut things off, and basically shine everything up, make it look pretty, prime it, paint it, and that'll be a whole nother video. Somebody, I'm not sure who, welded this rebar on. I'm not even sure what the hell that was for, but whatever. Probably gonna drop the steering. Probably gonna drop it from up here. I'm probably just gonna delete this C bracket, or maybe even probably just get a smaller one, or even just get a longer bolt. That way it's adjustable up and down. It does have a gas pedal, although I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make that not rub on the frame, because like I said, I'm gonna be painting it, and I really don't want to paint something just to have it get all scratched up because of the stupid fucking gas pedal. It has a brake pedal, but it doesn't have any lever, or not lever, but it doesn't have any return springs or, get out of the way, Briley, cables. The tie rods, probably gonna end up using the same tie rods because they seem to work. The spindles look alright, in my opinion. sorry about that, I accidentally fucking pressed the button. The spindles look okay. I might try to pretty those up a little bit. Knock that weld off. Let's see, what else we got going here? I'm not sure what color I really want to paint it. Probably just gonna black for the floor panels, and then either a brighter, not really a brighter red, but red chassis, or even green possibly. I don't even really know what I want to do with it yet. But as far as the back axle goes, the back axle actually seems fairly solid. It turns, it squeaks like a motherfucker though. This is weird. I'm not an expert on go-karts. I'm really a big ass novice, really. I've never seen this kind of setup before, so I'm not exactly sure how the actual bearing comes off of this and how you disassemble the axle exactly. So that's going to be a little bit of an adventure. Although I was looking at axles and axle hangers and bearing hangers, etc., etc., and I did see this triangle setup that they have right here, so that's not going to be too bad. What else do I got planned? As far as the pedals go, sorry, I'm just jumping around doing this, non-scripted and as it comes to me. As far as the pedals go, I am going to have to get a pedal relocator kit, or extension kit, whatever they want to call it. Because when I sit in it, my foot is about right here. I'm looking at the Kart extension kit. It's a bar, I guess, that moves it to where it attaches to the pivot, but it moves it this way. It's another arm, and then you attach your lever to that arm. That way it moves it closer. Bentelli actually has one that it's a bar, and it's got a bunch of holes in it, and then a solid bar. It's two bars held together by a bar at the end that has just a bunch of holes in it, and depending on where you just slip it over your pedal, so you don't have to move the actual pedal itself. But I really don't like how that looks, so I'm just gonna go with the probably the kid billet adjustment. This is gonna be a fun project, I think. Probably gonna cost a little bit, so I'm not sure exactly how fast it's gonna get done. I'm not entirely sure what I'm not sure what this was for or what this was for. I'm pretty sure this and the one on the other side were used to hold on side rails. That's about as far as I've gotten with that, but I'm not entirely sure what this little piece is or this little piece is. I really don't know what any of it is. If anybody knows, wants to give me a heads up on what exactly they're for and what they do, maybe I could fix them, although that seems to be welded in right there, so I'd probably have to cut this whole thing off, cut them off on both sides, and then get them welded on, new ones welded on. This steering shaft I might actually keep, because other than the surface rust, really, it seems solid. Steering wheel I'm not entirely thrilled about, so that'll get thrown out and replaced with an actual steering wheel. Also, if anybody could identify the Kart, the brand name, because it's fairly large. I'm 5'8", and like I said, when I sat down in the seat, which was bolted, I believe here, I sat right here, my feet couldn't reach the pedals. It's a fairly long Kart. Like when I stand it up on its edge, the back axle actually comes up to my past my chin. The front comes up a little bit past my waist, but that's with these tires. That's a fairly wide tire, actually, I believe, for a front tire. But like I said, I'm not an expert. So, actually, now that I think about it, or, well, now that I look at it, that tire and that tire are actually the same width. Actually, I think they're the same tire, exactly. 7.1 minus 5. Let me see. Oh, no, that's a 10. That's weird. Huh. Alright, so that tire is actually wider than this tire. So I might take that rim and use it in the back and just find another tire that's that size. I did make a video of me actually going to get the cart. I drove all the way down around Fort Hood, up from Fort Worth to get the cart. Picked up my buddy Brian down in Waco along the way. I used to live down there, so I just went ahead and picked him up. That way I'd have somebody to talk to for the long drive. I drive a 2003 Honda Accord. It actually, I'm not sure if I actually said this or not. If so, I'll cut this out, whatever. But I actually had to take that wheel, I had to drop that, take the seat off to get it to actually fit in my car. But even then, with the back seat laid down and it shoved as far into my trunk as I could, it was still hanging out. The trunk was actually hitting this bar, which is why I bent that bar over. And it was an interesting trip, but I got there. It was bigger than I expected it to be, but that's completely fine with me. And I wasn't leaving without this cart. I've been waiting so long. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired. Didn't get much sleep last night.